there was 5 or 6 times that an intervention occurred that I had not planned on or thought about or had worked toward, but had been put in place by the Lord because there's no other answer. The first one was my dad started the business in 1943, in the middle of the war. Nothing to work on or work with. There was nothing left of manufacturers. We had no manufacturers of our parts because it was winter time and wartime. One day, a young man came over to borrow a tube. My competitor came over. We sold tubes in those days. You ever heard of a tube?
Yeah, old transistors.
Good old tubes. Anyway, young man came over to borrow a tube, and he said, "Oh," I said, I don't know what I said, but I said, "Well, why don't you come and work for me? Why are you working over there? He's my competitor over there, and I don't like them." They were not good people as far as I was concerned. So, and that was a misnomer also. They were good people, but they were doing a job. So anyway, so he said, okay, and so he came on late in the month of 29th of October.
Ah.
October. What year? I graduated in 99.
49.
He came over about that time. At that time, we both joined the National Guard, and I didn't know that either. But anyway, he joined the National Guard, and so that's actually where I met him secondly, and developed what friendship we had. So on and on I went, and several things happened during those next few months. Then came, this is going to get boring.
No.
Just several things came along, and pretty soon we were selling 2 or 3 brands of product. Television had finally come out in the mid-90s and mid-49s. In the 49s, television had finally arrived, and we were working, trying to figure out what to do with that, and how to handle that, and how to sell it, and how to fix it, and whatever to do with it. And so we were doing pretty well, we thought. And so we had several companies involved. The old Zenith company and others, Felco and Zenith and Admiral and one others.
Magnavox.
No, I didn't get that far.
Oh.
This is going to get boring.
No, it's good, Dad.
One day, a young man walked in the store looking for a job. And I said, well, I had advertised for a job. I didn't know I don't know how I put it, but I didn't know I needed one. But That's how little I knew. And so, now anyway, showed me his credentials. We went over next door to Bosley's Cafe and talked about it, and showed, and I said, well, he had a good resume. He wouldn't want a prize by looks or whatever, but he wanted the job. So I think something happened before that. I'll reverse it. But anyway, so he came and wanted a job. He just graduated from Denver, electronics school in Denver, and so I guess I thought I could put him on because we were doing more business then, and it could be a help. And the antennas are getting larger and taller, and we needed somebody healthy and wealthy and wise. And that left most of us out. Anyway, this is going to keep too long.
No, keep going.
So we did this, and not long after that, our magnum not magnum but our admiral, Admiral
Representative?
representative.
Yeah.
Called on us one morning. He said, well, this will be my last visit with you today. I'm going to go to work for the Magnavox company. And we were shocked because we didn't know anything. I really didn't know much about it. I had worked on their stuff before. I didn't realize what a prize they were. And so then he took us, our salesman there, their salesman, take Mom and I to Denver. I guess it was Colorado Springs, to Colorado Springs Music Company, where we listened, saw the product line, and it took a little bit. They wanted this astronomical number of $12,000 to take on a trace of what they manufacture.
Yeah.
So we stumbled over that for a while, and finally decided to do that. And so we did that, and that just, I mean, today the change in business atmosphere and product was so awesome that we could hardly sell them fast enough.
Mm-mm.
And so anyway, we learned that's how we learned our trade and worked with our producers, and that's going to be semi anyway.